Good morning, Smith Station High School. My name is Taylor Verbowski with your latest edition of PNN. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Seniors, if you have any unpaid fees, please get this cleared ASAP. You will not be able to attend graduation practice or graduation if you have outstanding fees. All sophomores will be taking the pre-ACT exam Thursday, May 10th. Sophomores, please make sure you are here on this day. Now here's your lunch menu for today.
Today for lunch, you will be having roast turkey and gravy, diced potatoes, collard greens, fruit, or pepperoni pizza.
Here's all the information regarding final exam exemptions.
Sophomores, here's some ways you can be exempt. You can be exempt through your Global Scholar. If you score above average or high average, your English score will exempt you from English and history exams, and your math score will exempt you from math and science. Juniors, you have two ways to be exempt. If you have an A in your class with 2 absences, you will be exempt. If you have a B in your class with only 1 absence, you can be exempt. And if you have a C in that class with 0 absences, you will be exempt. You also have the opportunity to score the same as the sophomores with Global Scholar. Seniors, the only way you can be exempt is if you have an A in your class with 2 absences, a B in the class with 1 absence, or a C in the class with 0 absences.
Our baseball team is headed to the semifinals of playoffs this week. Here's a recap.
We had a chance to talk to Coach Ferry about his thoughts.
Friday was a good day for us in actuality. We lost game 1, 3-2, but got a really good pitching performance out of Clay Weatherly, and probably should have won the game. He had one bad inning, which has kind of been his Achilles heel the last few games that he's thrown. He's always had that one inning. We probably should have done a little better job at the plate and taken care of that game, but we dropped it. The second game, the kids showed their resiliency. They showed their drive and their want to win and not lose and keep playing. And we handled our business in game 2. Jerry Dale threw that game and started a little shaky, but finished really, really strong. And we swung the bats a lot better and put that one out of reach. So it was a comfortable win and gave us a chance to go into Saturday with a chance to still come out with the win of the series.
Saturday's Game 3 was the difference to making it to the next round.
Saturday, Friday night before we left, I told our guys that every pitcher who hadn't thrown better be ready to throw, because I was going to have a quick hook, as they say in baseball. I wasn't going to let anybody go out there and give up many runs. I started Ryan Middleton, and he did a good job through 2 innings, got in a little trouble in the second inning, but worked his way out of it. And then we brought in Trent Hodgen, who's a freshman who has thrown a couple games for us on the varsity level this year, and he came in and boy, he did exactly what he was supposed to do, through strikes and worked to contact, and our defense did a good job making plays, and he had a great 5 1/3 innings and did everything we asked him to do, and we scored enough runs in that game again to be fortunate to win that game and move on, and now get another shot at Auburn, who we seem to play every year in the playoffs when we get in.
Here's what Coach Ferry had to say about next week's game versus Auburn.
It's crazy. If you look at every year we've been in the playoffs and matched up with Auburn, the team that has swept in the regular season has gotten beat in the playoffs. We kind of hope that stays true now. It may or may not, but we're competitive with Auburn. We had 2 really, really good games with them early in the year. We had a chance to win both games and were just lost by 1 or 2 runs in both games. I feel like our pitching gives us a good enough matchup with them where we can compete. We just need to stay hot with the bats and score enough runs to give us a chance. And if we do that, anything's possible.
They will now play Friday in Auburn at 6. Here's what Coach Ferry had to say.
Every team's different, and this group is different than the group in 2015, but they're coming together at the right time. And to be honest with you, mottos and all that stuff can get thrown out the window. It's just basically mano on mano, going into Auburn. We got to see who's going to play better in one series to determine who gets a chance to play for a state championship.
Good luck to the baseball team on Friday. We want you to come out to support your Panthers.
Here's a recap of last Saturday's band concert.
The band had their spring concert this past Saturday. If you would like to see the whole concert, it'll be on PNN's YouTube page. Here's a little highlight.
Our boys and girls track team had a very successful state meet. Check this out.
Our boys track team came second in state. We got a chance to talk to Coach Peters, and here's what he had to say.
2018 state track and field meet went really, really well for the guys. We finished second as a team. We got all our guys in the events that we needed to. We scored in just about every event that we were in. It was very exciting. We had a couple state champions, Chad Strickland in shot put, Charles Hughes in the 800, and we had a bunch of state runner-up and third place guys. A huge highlight on the girls' side was Alani Sutton and Kennedy Brown breaking the triple jump state record 4 times, and then in the long jump, Alani won that as well. So that takes her to multiple state titles over her career. We just had a really good weekend. Kids worked real hard all season, and we're very, very proud of them. I guess a lot of this sort of built through the season. When we finally hit section, with us hosting, that's a good thing in one way, but it's a bad thing because we can't coach the kids. So we've been really tough on self-discipline and being able to do the things that are needed, for themselves during a multiple-day competition. Rolling over in the state, we hit so many highs at section that you try to keep yourself elevated and sharp, and I think we're very successful. We were able to keep our composure, stay nice and cool, calm, focused on the task at hand, and I thank God, that we were able to push through and had a successful meet.
Several of our athletes will be going to nationals.
Not totally sure who's competing yet. We're going to sit down with folks, but we have qualified several athletes for the New Balance Outdoor Nationals. I think it's 5 or 6 events on the guys' side and 2 events on the girls' side. So we're going to have to sit down this week and start mapping and planning that out and getting ready to see where we can be with getting that done.
Here are the complete results of last week's track meet.
That's all we have for you today, Smith Station. Check us out tomorrow. In closing, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors.
Ohana Cupcakery and Crafts is the business to go for all your celebratory needs. If you need cupcakes or just cakes for any occasion, you've got it right here. You can contact Ohana by the Facebook or the email that is currently on the screen. Just contact Ohana, detail your order, and within a set business time, boom! You'll be coming home with some sweet, savory goods. Now isn't that just an easy thing to do? So why not go ahead and do it? Just one thing to remember when you order. At Ohana Cupcakery and Crafts, you are not just a client, you're considered family.